This question that I'm about to ask has nothing to do with friendship. It's just pure curiosity. How many blankets do you sleep with at night? Because I'm up to 5 and I'm trying to figure out if that's ridiculous or not. Hello everyone and welcome back to Friendeavor. I know that was a strange question to open with, but I was just making my bed and I thought to myself, you know what? Let's ask the populace. So comment down below, how many do you sleep with? Because I need to know if I'm being ridiculous or if it really is 65 degrees in my room, and so that's valid. Just curious. On occasion on this channel, we have talked about qualities of friendship, traits, characteristics, that kind of thing. And while we talk about a lot what traits you should have, we've only a couple times talked about what you should look for in other people. So there's sometimes you're friends with people just because you've been friends with them since you were children, and that's great. That is phenomenal. I know a lot of people, I was one of those people who, they want a friend who's been in their life since the beginning. And while that is kind of like the storybook classic version of friendship, friends come in all shapes and sizes, scenarios, situations. It's not just because you went to preschool with them. So sometimes you have friends that are around since the beginning. Sometimes you met them in college, sometimes you met them in high school, you met them at daycare, your kids go to daycare together. It doesn't matter. Friends come in literally every single situation. But one thing that's not super discussed is how their traits can affect you long term, or if you maybe even pick up on what they're bringing to the table. So today in this video, we're gonna work on labeling their traits, what you perceive them to be, so that you can visualize how that person is affecting your life. I encourage you to pause throughout this video, write stuff down. This is kind of like a journaling video, so come back to it. But if you can do it right now in the moment while we're going through, that would be even better, because I'm one of those people that if I say, oh, I'll do it later, I typically don't do it. If you're not like that and you want to come back later, that's great. But please grab a piece of paper, your iPad, your Apple Pencil, a pen, pencil, chalk, chalkboard, a stone, a chisel, I don't know, whatever you have nearby. Grab that and let's get started. So what you're first going to do is you are going to write either the initials or the names of the people that you are going to be trying to visualize. Now, this is something totally personal. Don't share this with anybody. This is just for you, and I would recommend after you do it to get rid of it, to burn it, throw it away, whatever, because it's only for you and it's only for you to visualize how these people affect you. It's not to cause drama. It's not to be like, this is how you affect me. This is how I view you. No, this is just for you. It's a personal, private thing. Okay, so write down maybe their initials. So maybe you have a friend whose initials are ABC, XYZ, RST. Okay, so you got those 3 initials. So your columns are the 3 people, and then you're gonna put yes or no after what I say. And then if you want to write the trait down next to it so you remember what it is, I'd actually do that. And then you want to, so it's like a XY column graph. So I'll put a graph over here so you can visualize it. So on this top part right here, you're gonna have their initials, and then right below it, you're gonna have yes or no. And then on this column over here, it's gonna be the trait that I tell you. So then write the trait, say yes, no, or whatever it applies. You ready? So in your head, you're gonna say, is this person a gossip? And then you're gonna circle yes or no, and you're gonna do the same thing for this person, and you're gonna do the same thing for this person. Are they a gossip? Yes, no. Next, and after we get in a flow, I'm gonna go through these really quickly so that you can just circle them as you go. Is that person loyal? Is that person honest? Does that person try to pressure you to do good things, bad things, stuff you don't wanna do? Whatever it is, yes or no. I would try to stick with only like probably 2 or 3 people at a time when you're doing this, just so that you don't get confused and you can get through it quickly. And if you need to do another set later, you can do that, but just focus on the people that are closest to you or the people that you spend the most time with, that you allow to influence you the most. Do they care about me? Can they be trusted? Do they judge me? Are they reliable? Do they understand me? Do they listen to me? Have they betrayed me? Are they usually happy for me? Is this person overly competitive? Now take that as you will, but if it were me, I would say competitive as opposed to like not too crazy in a card game, but I mean, like, if something good happens to you, do they have to go out and match it or exceed it? That's how I view that. Does this person give me moral support? And then we're gonna go into some characteristics that are kind of specific. Are they self-centered, manipulative, trustworthy? Are they jealous, open-minded? Do they ever treat me badly? Are they helpful? Are they forgiving? Are they a bully? Are they a snob? And lastly, are they always there for me? Once you finish your analysis, sit down and take a look at it. Take one column at a time, one person at a time, and visualize, is this a good friend, a bad friend, or are they somewhere in the middle? And then I encourage you to take stock of what that means. If they're generally a bad friend, is that something that you either need to A, cut out of your life, or B, help to develop them to be a better person, to be a better friend? Do you need to set a better example for them to follow so that they end up being a better friend in the future? Or are they a really good friend that you could learn something from? Maybe when you're going through all this, you realize, ooh, you know what, they don't gossip, but I do. Or they treat me really well and sometimes I don't treat them as well. maybe I treat them badly. Not everyone is a visual learner, but in my studies I have found that even if you're not so much a visual learner, just seeing stuff down on paper helps you to make connections that you would not have otherwise. So I was never really a to-do list person until I started writing stuff down, and I realized, oh, this task that seems so overwhelming is actually not that bad because I only have to do A, B, and C. So this is just a tool to help you figure out what's next. So you're just yes, no with these concepts, and then take it, what does that mean for you? What does that mean for your future? I hope you learned something out of this video. I think we're gonna do a part 2 of this to expound on it, but hopefully you have made a connection and you've learned something, and it will help you to be a better friend in the future. Thank you so much for all the support that we've gotten this week. We've gotten a lot of new followers on the Friendeavor Instagram, which you can find right here. Don't forget to subscribe because that is how we grow the channel. Don't forget to like this video, share it with someone. Maybe someone else needs to take this quiz. Would recommend that you send it to as many people as possible so that they can take this quiz too, and we could just all be better humans and better Christians in the long run. Thank you so much for stopping by. Friendship is a journey. It's an endeavor. I'll see you next time on Friendeavor.